One of the biggest changes I've seen in the 10 years that I've been involved in mobile money is the maturing now of the industry. There's no doubt in anyone's mind that mobile money is going to be huge. The big thing is, what part do I as an organisation have to play in that, and how do I make sure that I get a small percent of a very big number? And that's been the most pleasant change for me over the last few years, rather than everyone seeing this as an opportunity to own the entire supply chain. One of the things in payments, of course, is that it's all about collaboration and cooperation, and I think people are just starting to understand that now. Mobile we saw as something that was just going to become intrinsic to everyday life. We saw the fact that 6 billion people on the planet had a mobile phone. 6 billion people on the planet were comfortable sending text messages to each other. If you could create the perfect storm when the technology took off, so smartphones. You know, my phone in 2002 wasn't a very smart phone. It wasn't a great user experience for anything other than voice and text. So the idea of doing more with your mobile phone is something consumers just accept now. So that's one element of the perfect storm. When it comes to mobile money, you also need very grown-up bank-grade infrastructures. And what we've now seen is the big infrastructures like Visa come along and say, we as a custodian of the banks, as a way of defending and extending the bank's role in this ecosystem, will now invest heavily in mobile money because we now see the inevitability of it happening. So that's changed the landscape enormously as well. And then you've got this social element, this fact that consumers are so well connected nowadays, when they get something they like, they tell their friends about it immediately, and we're seeing that with our banking apps right around the world. Millions and millions and millions of consumers now managing their money through their mobile phone. Average of 20 times a month people are accessing their bank account, whereas it was 6 over the internet, and they're telling their friends that it's a really cool thing to do. So technology's here and robust. The infrastructure and the regulators are starting to understand the landscape, and you can tell your friends about it, and that's really creating the perfect storm for mobile money. My message to anyone that's looking at this space and saying, when's the time? Now. You have to be in mobile today. You need to be partnering because it's a really complex supply chain and it's a global proposition. And that classic rule in payments that's always existed has become more stark than ever in mobile, which is 10% of a big number is a lot better than 100% of nothing.